Dear property, you're the one for me. I just love your big bright windows and wow, that backyard. You know, to show that I'm really serious, earnest money is probably better than a love letter. It's no secret, sometimes buying a house can get crazy competitive. And when you're making offers on homes, you've got to find a way to stand out from the crowd. Luckily, you've got lots of cards to play. There's the price you offer, waiving contingencies, paying in cash, and earnest money. Earnest money is basically an upfront deposit on a house. It shows the buyer how serious you are. Not quite engagement ring serious, but promise ring serious. Why does that matter? When you decide to buy a house, the seller takes the home off the market because they think they found their buyer. But if the deal falls through, then the seller has to relist. Probably missed a bunch of potential buyers. You get the picture. So, earnest money protects the seller if the buyer backs out. It softens the blow of that wasted time. Earnest money is usually around 1% to 3% of the sale price. If the deal's good, then the earnest money gets put toward the down payment or closing costs. If the deal fails because of a questionable inspection or any other contingency detailed in the contract, the buyer gets their money back. If a buyer just gets cold feet or bails for a reason that isn't covered in the contract, then the seller keeps the money. Example time! This is Charlie. He wants to buy a Victorian home. In one world, you can call it a multiverse if you like, Charlie puts an earnest money deposit on a home, but the inspection revealed some big problems. Luckily for Charlie, he has a home inspection contingency in the purchase agreement and decides not to buy. He'll get his earnest money deposit back. In another world, Charlie puts earnest money on a property, but finds a home he likes more in a different neighborhood. He backs out of the deal with the original property and doesn't get his earnest money back. Sorry, Charlie. If earnest money isn't required, should you offer it anyway? Well, it makes your offer more appealing to the seller, meaning they're more likely to accept. And if the market's hot, it's one of the best ways to get the seller to take you seriously. How much earnest money you offer really depends, but in hot markets, you'll probably put down close to 3%. In slower markets, you can get away with a little less than that. When the time comes to decide, ask your real estate agent what they think. They'll have the best read on the situation. If you're buying and back out, the only way you'll get your money back is if the reason you backed out is covered in the contract with a contingency. This is more common than you might think, and there are contingencies for basically any worst-case scenario you can imagine. Scenarios like the inspection showing the house needs expensive repairs, needing more time to sell your current house, and a lot of other things that could delay or derail the purchase. We break down all the contingencies you should know about in our contingencies video. That link's in the description. Offering earnest money is pretty typical these days. Rather than focus on whether or not you should include earnest money in your offer, really think about the contingencies you can negotiate. In other words, try to play through those scenarios, like our friend Charlie back there, and make sure you're comfortable with the various ways you could keep or lose that cash. Oh, just one more thing. Never, ever give your deposit straight to a seller or agent. Always use an escrow account and get everything in writing. Are you ready to start shopping around for a house? You can go to Rocket Mortgage right now and use their calculator to crunch some numbers and see what's possible. Until next time, Red Desk out. Thanks for checking us out. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, click right here. And as always, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.